What's going on, guys? It's Copium here, and today we're gonna do a little trip down memory lane. As you can see here, I've got all of I'm gonna call them like big checkpoints over the last 6 months that we hit for the solo incursion. This is the first time that I actually soloed the incursion. Um, and one thing to note is that let's see, this one, the 915, the 821, and the sub 7, these were all done on the PTS. Um, my main account wasn't strong enough at the time to do what the PTS account was doing because my PTS account was like full juice, max everything. That's why some of the damage numbers you're going to see when we move from the 644 to the 603 is going to look a whole lot different. Um, but let's start with the first run. I'm just gonna let it kind of play in the background here as I just talk about it. So obviously you haven't seen this attire on my main account again because this is PTS and everything was unlocked. It was real cool to experience this as a new player in the China division. Thanks to Virtuals for the invite to this PTS. But as you can see, things were already a little different. I have a shield and an EMP sticky. Um, Definitely a whole lot different than what I was running at the time. Um, Now, this particular run, I was running the first set of mods for the AR, which have since been a little reworked. They're still, I would say, I won't say they're this busted, but they're pretty busted in terms of what they do. Now, the second one of mods you're going to see a little bit later is the things that we've been using to one-shot everything. This was prior to the release of those mods. So before we even had any of that, we this is also before the advanced drone too. Oh my goodness. But as you can see, the whole process of just this takes forever. That's almost a 2 minute a 2 minute whatchamacallit, 2 minute tanker courtyard. Now courtyard on the other hand, this is very what's the word? Unique because we play it from over here. We have about the same rotation. However, we have to do a little bit more life saving capability stuff because obviously before I switched to the Oxy strategy, shout out to Prof for that one. Um, we kind of I established this sort of rhythm of playing from this bottom right corner, which was fine. Um, but yeah, so it's just a very not optimal. Like looking back, this was very not optimal. However, it was still really fun to play it like this. Um, but obviously not fast. So we'll skip through this a little bit. Uh, we got Chungas running around like crazy. It's just not a good time. And then we make them explode. Life is good. We were even looting, which is crazy. Why was I fucking doing that? That's insane. Um, but yeah, just kind of relying on this AR a lot. Um, as you can see, the damage numbers are a little insane off this AR, which is why it got a little. This particular set of attachments got nerfed a little bit from the PTS, which is good. It was needed because again, in the status that they came out on the PTS was insane, as you can see. Um, so this is also before we were using sniper rifle speed. So we're gonna swap builds here. I think I actually just changed the rifle. Okay, that's crazy. I didn't think we was gonna do that. Wait, huh? That doesn't make sense to me. You know, I play it really safe here. I don't know why I play it safe. That's really goofy of me. Ah, this is my first time realizing that only one goes active. Yeah, that part. Yep. I think I might full send him, actually. Ain't no way. Ain't no way I kill him here. I did too much damage. Yeah, I knew I was gonna send him. So it's just real goofy, right? Like it's just not optimized. There's very much just like a whole lot of not. I think we ended up switching to the Gemini. So it's a really good AR, but not so much anymore. Um, I think this was more of just like me figuring out how to get a solid run solo, right? Like that's what this was, right? Do a little triggering, do a little marking. Just super messy, man, all over the place. So yeah, we start with 1106. Super not great. Then we'll move on to the 915. Now, this was actually when we changed to sniper rifle for courtyard. The good old dance emote. The hype for myself was crazy. This was back when I was still using the aimbot scope too. So again, you're gonna see me lock onto here. That is the scope of the sniper rifle doing that. That is not any external program. Dear God, it is the scope. I promise. I will show you in game if you doubt me. But yeah, it's real funny. We also edited the build a little bit here. We moved away from just uh, full striker to um, looks like just high end, I think, or it's a mix of high end and because I'm running perfect unstoppable, which is just it's a great bag in China. And yeah, so like this, the way I was doing this was just really really sloppy, right? Um, no, I do think that this ended up being a little faster because I changed the way that I was going about some stuff. Me losing track of people, that's classic me. Um, doing that. That's great. I tried to EMP bounce here, but I'm holding the sniper rifle, which makes me immune to stagger. So nice, bro. Good job. You're real smart. Back to dancing, because that's important. We have to dance, right? Um, so now I know to check these valves beforehand. Um, I don't know why he's taking so long here. Oh, it's because I did the. Oh, oh, oh. He's locked finally. And I think I crit. I crit and one shot him here. I think I crit on the ad. I do a couple little bit of damage and I crit. Yeah, and I full send him. Fun fact: I can't do that on my main account. But now this is outdated and not fast anyway. So not even gonna bother attempting to do this now. Um, for obvious reasons. And then we switch to sniper rifle, and sniper rifle just cleans up. Lovebird's like super super easy. The CC is great. Okay, and just super messy all over the place. However, though, we do pick up almost 3 minutes of time here. We can go down to 9:15, right? Um, running negotiators, that's great. So now we go down to 8:21. So now we're going really fast, right? Now we're utilizing movement speed. We're learning. We're running fast now. I've got a bit more of a, what's the word? Actual like strategy to this now. Just aim, kill the sniper rifle, aim, kill this guy. And then we're looking for the first window to kill that guy, which we do. We're basically just cleaning everybody up as we're going, as we're running. And I don't know why I'm on like fucking 200. What is my quality? 480p right now. It's crazy. Utilizing all my movement really well. I mean, this really kind of was like, I think the fastest that I could have been on the old strat. Just with regard to doing things quickly, right? So we make it through all of all of Courtyard without popping our Guardian, which is good. We've got payback on, so we've got obliterate proc. So if we had bonus armor there, we actually would have done a shit ton more damage because we have the payback on, which is the double talent chest with the intimidate and the perfect obliterate. And then yep. So now we've kind of swapped to, as you see now, I've actually swapped to sniper. So we're learning. I'm learning what's making me slow. Losing track of ads, right? So I put that down. It's like one of the first things I do is make sure that it has a nice parking spot, I think. I better fucking put it down. Do I not? Do I activate it and not put it down anywhere? God, I'm freaking stupid. Oh my god. So right now this turret this drone that's following around is not doing anything because I haven't placed it down yet. Excellent work, me. You're so smart. You don't see an E everywhere you look, bro? Just press it. It's really not that hard. God, I can't watch this anymore. How much growth we've done since then. And so really, I spent probably like a good, like, I don't know, probably 2 weeks. 2 weeks on this, like, just trying to get some type of strat done on my main account. Because while the PTS was going on, I was also working on my main account as well. So I wasn't able to solo incursion like this yet. I was getting there, but I couldn't do like one shots. So I was having to be a little bit creative in terms of like how everything was kind of stationed, right? So everything else is pretty much exactly the same. We do the same strat for this guy, except I've now learned to mark him as he spawns. I didn't actually pick up how to reload yet, right? Or how to do anything. So I have foam. And I don't even know why. I think I was just trying to control the ads a little bit better, keep them from going all over the place. Because that's just been a problem for the entirety of these runs. Is that on this initial spawn wave, especially with the way I was doing it, if you didn't catch the ad waves as they spawned, like, brother, you were such a big time loss. So, still back to 6 months ago, right? So, now, we're 6:44, right? So now we've done a 2-minute drop in what we're doing, right? So it's still on the PTS. However, now we've upgraded, right? We've upgraded our strat. This is actually a super, super clean run. 644 is starting to get into the realm of like, okay, like, why is this possible, right? Like, at least for us international players, because we're used to, speedrunners doing the incursion in 6 minutes, right? We're used to just like casual runs of 6 minutes, and like really, really fast runs in like the mid fives, at least now. Um, I know it's like a one in a million, but it's neither here nor there. Um, oh, what did I do? Oh, I reloaded the page. So as you can see, it's just it's a cleaner, refined look at the way ads are spawning. Quick Scout, I had nowhere to look now, right? So I've learned a lot, just even in the runs that I've done at this point. Um, so Tinker was good, or Courtyard was good, and now we've actually moved on to Tanker. So as you can see, the way that I prep is still. This is the first time I've prepped. We still, thanks to Mo for that lineup, by the way, for those two. Thanks, Mo. You're the best. Um, but as you can see, if looking at sort of the way I go about pre-oxying, it's just not great, right? I'm finally at a point now where my main account is doing damage like this, which is good. Um, Not necessarily. I'm missing about double the damage in terms of the mods, but that's just from the level 7, level 8 mods that I have on this account versus the level 6s and the 2 level 7s that I have on mine. So it's a combination of multiplicative with detalk and damage to armor, and a whole lot of other stuff, right? This is also before I started enraging myself by shooting the oxy or shooting the explosive sticky at the ground, right? So as you see, there's just oxy everywhere. It's a mess. Like we haven't, it's just not great, right? We have nothing, and we shoot him with the gun to kill him versus pre-stacking oxys on the door, right? So this is not great. Still good though. So now we're back to this, right? We're back to using sniper rifle, and this is just this is. I hate the strat now. The strat sucks, right? So we go from 644 to 603, right? So we've now dropped 40 seconds of time, right? And that's because we are now oxying on Courtyard, right? Now the pre-oxy, and I'll break this down again. The pre-oxy for Courtyard, because overcharged oxys for me have an 85-second duration. So I have 85 seconds from the time the oxy lands to get back so that it's still doing damage, right? Which is way more than enough time, or more than enough time for me to get back to do the run, right? To do Courtyard. Now, this was actually an extremely messy Courtyard. And I remember thinking to myself, I was like, fuck, I really hope this isn't the run. About right here. Because the other thing, too, is that if my Guardian pops here, it's a reset. Because I require the Guardian for a super fast tanker. I, however, though, was not resetting at the time yet. And I'm doing about a quarter of the damage I was doing before. Everything's taking about 4 ticks to die right now. Fuck you, stupid wheelbarrow. Yeah, also, what the fuck are you doing, guy? Why are you running in and then swapping builds? Did you forget? Goofy fucking goober? So, this run was kind of like the start of the chase for the fives and the sub fives and all that shit, right? Like this was really when the grind really began, because now I had a refined strat, I had things that worked, I just wasn't doing enough damage yet. So it was a combination of, okay, I need to do more damage, which is partly build, partly mods, partly um, gear quality. Not me trying to fucking kill myself again. um, but yeah, and also you really do kind of have to trust, at least for the fastest runs, you have to trust that everything's gonna die. You can't look back at any point. Um, and again, we're back to the same strat on right, where we're trailing around and we're doing this. This was just a nasty strat. I mean, it worked for the time, but this was a really I have a big blooper reel of uh, things to do, right? Um, so now we're gonna go to the 452. This is the first sub six that we got. Everything was just really clean, um, pretty much across the board. It was I mean, for the most part, obviously. Obviously, my courtyards are a whole lot more cleaner now, just because I'm doing so much more damage. Um, because the 552 was a month ago. All right, so this isn't even really that long ago. However, we've gone through some massive build changes since then. Like perfect example, okay, is with my Oxy build. Um, so still running the same piece. We've changed this. This now has a double skill damage roll. This is double skill damage, double skill damage, right? I haven't actually rerolled I think my knees now have a blue on it. I think it's regen. I haven't rerolled it yet. But the gloves we've replaced with the Fire Fists, which is a Sokolov named glove, which gives detox and damage to armor. Um, Along with I have a skill damage roll on it. So it's a red core with a skill damage roll. It doesn't take away from my damage at all because I'm already overcapped with the technician plus all of the yellow cores over that. But that's kind of one of the big changes from this to you'll see the change from this to the 505. But yeah, just everything now is very refined, very like dialed in, right? So you've seen this run, we know what this looks like. Actually, I don't have the 552 pulled up. Here's the 505. So this is the first 505. This is like the closest thing we get. Um, Now, the thing that changed with this is that we changed the right strategy, right? So we're now holding the HPC in its second form attachment configuration. Shout out to Prof for teaching me how to do this. Prof Bangzing and or 0 Point and Rebel. Shout out to y'all for helping me out with the macros and all that stuff. Y'all the goats, for real. And so, as everything sort of happens here, we're waiting until he almost spawns, right? Because this thing has the mode when this is over 20. Um, the ball, you're going to see a ball get placed, right? That ball is going to tick him for 1 point something billion, and it should kill him right away. Yeah, it did 878, and it killed him as he spawned. So he spawned with a dead. Now, the reason why this is so nasty, I think, is because I didn't have a set strategy yet. I was more just excited that I'd actually one shot right in this manner. Um, that I'm just kind of like throwing balls everywhere. And also, I haven't yet figured out my swap point for the sniper rifle build. So you're going to see it happen as I'm opening the thing here. And then obviously the lovebirds kill is the exact same way. Making sure that everybody dies, put them on balls on the ground, and then watch them fall over dead. This was 9 days ago. And then finally down to the 452, right? And we'll do a full breakthrough this run. So it's just this run was kind of the epitome of just cleanliness, right? Like this, I was telling um, I was telling somebody that this was about as close to the run as I think I'm gonna get. I think 440x is possible, so like 440 something, whether it be 9, 8, 7. Um, I think it's possible. I just think the only thing that I just need to make sure is that like all my animations happen and the way that they're supposed to. I don't get caught up on an Oxy quickscope animation. I don't get caught on a door animation. Um, but like everything dies, right? And objective is spawned before I'm even at the stairwell, which is fantastic. That's kind of as fast as you want it. Um, the other thing that's kind of like stars aligned for this was how late this ad died to the Oxy. He died here, which is a little bit later than usual, which gives me one more OC chem for the prep, which is huge. But like right here, I get hung up there, and so it's like, yeah, I know it's not like a full second of time, but like when you stagger an animation like 4 or 5 times over the course of a run, it could equal a second, right? So now we're looking at 450. And do the same thing with the door animations, right? So we're getting the enrage. Enrage is there. And then off to the races we go. One Oxy for each the top left, top right. Put 3 on this door for the second Chunga spawn. And now we're prepping for drones, because drones are fixing the spawn momentarily. Time now, or about now. There's a second wave of Chungas is spawning. I realize that spawn's a little weak. And then I'm just going to start pre-oxying the door. Now that I know that we're on the last phase, all the spawns have good oxys on them. I throw one more extra because it's free. And then we're in the door. And then he just fucking falls over. Love that, right? Now, instead of switching it to before, I switched to it now. This was like a scientific thing that I ended up doing. It took me a few days to kind of iron out exactly how to make sure that I had 20 stacks or over 20 stacks prior to leaving this room, and how to do it fast, right? Like that's super tough because you have to kill all the ads, you have to do it fast, and you have to not lose any tempo, right? And so we actually swapped the sniper rifle bolt there, which is great. And then we're in the same mode where we shoot right in the face. He falls over. I think I hit him for 1.9. Let's see. 1.6. So yeah, 1.6 billion to right's face. He falls over dead as he gets here. We ball the back door over there. And then we're waiting for the spawn here. It doesn't come, which is interesting. So one thing that I noticed between China Division and International is that our spawns are fixed for these ads. But in this game, they'll change occasionally. And I don't know if it's look dependent. I haven't actually done any testing on that, but I think this is how it's supposed to be, where the ads are kind of randomized. But as you see, we're already swapped to the sniper rifle. We're already on speed, which is good, comparatively to the 505. And it's just refined, right? Like everything here kind of goes just about as perfectly as it can go. As we come in, he rolls forward. That's like the literal best outcome for that we can ask for, is that he rolls forward. And he stays away, which is good, and then immediately dies because the drone falls over because of the timing of how he died. And it's just perfect, right? I mean, I won't say it's like perfect, but like it's close enough to being the run that like I'm gonna do runs for fun, but like I'm not gonna grind it like I was, because the 452 was extremely fast. But other than that, thanks for stopping by, folks. We will see you soon. Do me a favor, come to my Twitch. Well, I got old Danny up right now, but come to my Twitch, give me a follow. Twitch.tv /copium with 2 underscores. I do run here from time to time. That's great. Other than that, though, thanks for coming. We'll see you guys soon. Bye.